Y'all ready to be history?
Get started.
Welcome.
Hi.
Hello, everyone.
To the Pro Audio Suite.
These guys are professional. They're motivated.
With Tech to the VO stars. George Whittam, founder of Source Elements. Robert Marshall, international audio engineer. Darren Robbo Robertson. And global voice. Andrew Peters. Thanks to TriBooth. Austrian audio. Making passion heard. Source Elements. George the Tech Whittam. And Robbo and AP's international demos. To find out more about us, check theproaudiosuite.com.
Line up, ladies!
Here we go.
And welcome to another Pro Audio Suite, thanks to TriBooth. Don't forget the code TRIPAP200. That will get you $200 off your TriBooth. And Austrian Audio, making passion heard. Speaking of which, I've been playing around with the CC8 for probably about a year, I reckon. Would have to be a year.
Has it been that long? Yeah, I guess so.
I think it would be, yeah.
It's been your mic in like outside your control room. It's like your mic outside the control room, isn't it?
Yeah, but I've put it actually in the booth now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So I'm just playing around with it in there because it.
And
anyway,
you've traveled with it a lot too.
I've traveled with it, yeah. But I thought, just out of interest, I mucked around playing with a couple of different mics, and then I sent an email, and then Robert, you came back and said, "Why don't you run it through the PASport VO?"
Yep.
Set the gain the same. So I did an OC18 because it was there, and the CC8, and just see what the difference was. And I found it quite interesting. And I think, George, you have a sample of my ramblings.
That I do.
Okay, this is just a quick experiment with the Austrian Audio CC8 and the Austrian Audio OC18. The CC8 is a small diaphragm pencil mic, and the OC18 is a large diaphragm condenser mic. You're currently listening to the CC8, the pencil mic. And now you are listening to the OC18, which is the large condenser. The large condenser is about a fist or so away from my mouth, which is roughly the same distance as I am from the pencil mic, which I'm going back to now. So this is the CC8, and this is the OC18, both running through the PASport VO, both sitting at 1 o'clock in gain. This is the OC18, and this is the CC8. So once again, CC8 from Austrian Audio, OC18, large diaphragm condenser.
They are so insanely similar.
That's crazy. There's very, very, very little. And I'm not even sure I'm hearing anything
I thought the
different.
CC8 was a little bit more forward.
I'm pretty shocked at how incredibly similar they are. They're really
You wouldn't
similar.
know the difference.
They're totally interchangeable.
It's like if you want to get an 18 and then travel with a CC8 because it's smaller and maybe
less fragile.
Because it's smaller and less fragile and
cheaper.
Yeah.
CC8 is what, 400 US?
400 compared to 1200, I think.
No. 18 or 818? Which was the one?
18.
18, which is
the 18. Okay, yeah. Did you compare it to the 818? That'd be interesting too.
Yeah, the 818 and the 18, if you're in cardioid, they sound the same.
Same capsule, same everything.
Yeah.
Same electronics.
But I couldn't believe how close they were. I mean, we've talked about this before when we had Kurt come on the show and just talk about the different microphones and stuff that they had at Austrian Audio. But when doing that comparison through the same preamp, same level, everything the same, in the same environment, I could not believe how close that was.
Well, it sure is handy having a single press button that lets you switch between them, right?
Yeah, but it'd be really funny if you're doing a session. Would you like the pencil mic or the large diaphragm condenser?
Right.
They sound exactly the same.
You wouldn't know the difference. That's pretty amazing. It just shows how the voicing of the mic is a subjective, tasteful choice, or it's somebody's taste. And then when they design and tune the mics, that person's taste is what they're going for. And they're like, we want them to be consistent from mic to mic. And, they're not trying to get different characters from their mics. And they're not trying to have a vintage tone or whatever. Doesn't mean they may not someday come out with something that's voiced differently but the goals of these mics is to achieve their, dare I say, signature sound, right?
Yeah, it was interesting doing some reading yesterday because I just had a look at a couple of articles. One was Sound on Sound. When the CC8 came out and they were reviewing it, and the guy who was doing the review also dragged out a couple of 451s that he had.
Classic pencil mics that we've used over the last 30, 40 years.
And he also had the Neumann, which is it a KM84? Is that
I
right?
believe so.
Well, the KM84 is the original one, which is a little bit noisier, but everyone likes it because it's a little bit smoother on the top. And the KM184 is the newer one that's got a little bit more top end, but quieter.
And they also had an
The-
interchangeable capsule series, the 100s.
Well, that's
So
the
they had
100 series,
Yeah.
yeah. And then you get the 130 and the whatever, yeah.
We had those at Virginia Tech. They were pretty
Mhm.
sweet. Yeah. So what did they say when they compared them?
He sort of, the article kind of inferred that the CC8 sat somewhere between the 451 and the 84,
Mm-hmm.
or the 184, I can't remember which one
Yeah.
it was, because that, what they've done when they got the 451s, there was an inherent harshness in the top end,
Mm-hmm.
which people didn't really like very much, obviously, because it was quite brittle. So they've kind of smoothed out the top end. And I think they may even have a little bit more bottom end. I'm not sure, but it certainly makes the mic very, very flat.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the top end, even though insane, was actually the whole thing about the 451. Is it
Yeah.
just was like amazing on like acoustic guitars and certain things that had this like bright for days kind of sound. Certainly wasn't flat, but it was bright. Yeah, I'd say that just my experience with the CC8s is they are, because I got 184s and I got the CC8s, and I think I think they're definitely, strangely enough, I believe they're more like the 184s than they are like the 451s.
And I think it's because they ironed the whole thing out. And also the other thing we always talk about is like EQing on the way in as opposed to EQing in post.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like if your mic is inherently brittle going in, then you're going to have a job to sort that out once you're, sort of doing EQing and stuff like that, I would imagine.
Yeah. So the CC8
You better-
has high pass filters on the body, correct? The
Yeah.
Yes,
switches?
it does.
So it has
And a
pads
pad.
Yeah.
And a
switches.
pad, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got a 10 and the 20 dB pad.
It's the same as the 451. Same thing. And the Neumann has nothing.
It's a really versatile
Yeah.
mic. It can handle 156 decibel max SPL. It's literally, there's only one spec that would be in any way looked down upon, and it shouldn't really be because it's the same spec as the 41.6, and that's the self noise. It's rated at 16 dB SPL A weighted.
Yeah.
Because it's small. Yeah.
Right. And the 18 is rated at 8 dB A weighted. So, I mean, if you're going to look at them under a microscope, and really look at them, you're going to, oh, okay, there's a little bit more noise in the CC8. But it's certainly not enough to be.
But nothing compared to your last episode's room noise.
Right.
Yes.
Very true.
Exactly.
Very true.
Yeah. It's such a cool mic, and I'm wondering, I have tried it in the TriBooth. I think I did a file ages ago with
Yep.
it. But I think it's going to be a really cool thing, certainly to travel with. If you want to keep that signature sound of an OC, if that's what you've got in your studio,
Yeah.
taking the CC8 with you.
Dude, I think it's a no-brainer. Really,
Yeah.
it's clean enough, absolutely clean enough. It says it's also a handmade capsule. And the difference in sensitivity wills out as well, because you noticed how the OC818 or the 18 was a little bit lower in gain.
Yeah.
It's a 13 millivolts per. Is that Pascal? That's what they measure the
Pascals,
sensitivity.
yeah.
And then the CC8 is 15. So it's two more. Two more Pascals.
That's it. Fuck
That's
that.
it. Forget it. Yeah. Yeah. Now, do you think that's also related to the size of the capsule? That a large capsule
Typically,
requires?
the smaller capsules are harder to make lower noise because you're trying to get.
But I mean, the
you know, like
sensitivity part of it, the sensitivity rating, is that directly related to the self noise?
I honestly don't know. Like we'd have to
Right.
go to get one of our mic experts back on the line
Yeah.
because you could see how a large diaphragm might be more sensitive because it's got more surface area to pick up, but then it definitely has more mass to move.
Right. In this case, the CC8 is more sensitive and more self noise. The two might come hand
Kind
in
of makes
hand.
sense. Yeah.
But the small diaphragm mics are more accurate, is that correct, than a large diaphragm?
Yes. The large diaphragm has more resonant issues within the diaphragm itself. So your theoretical best diaphragm gets tiny because then it's just hitting like one column of air. It's it's not there's no resonant issues and things like that. There's a lot of tuning them. That's why my lab tries to go with the rectangular diaphragms. There's another mic company, I don't know who it is, that made a triangular diaphragm, and they're all trying to like deal with resonances and when the attention.
Yeah, some of the lavaliers have a square diaphragm, don't they?
Yeah, what's that company that has that? I've seen those.
Sanken?
Yes.
Not Sanken.
Is it Sanken? I don't know.
Could be.
I don't do enough. But yeah, I've seen them. They look like a little plastic black square. You can see the white diaphragm in there or whatever it is.
Yeah, it's fascinating.
But yeah, like you look at Earthworks microphones and the diaphragms are like half the size or even less because of the nature of a circle. They're tiny, 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 but then they're noisy. And I can hear the difference. When I listen to I got a pair of Earthworks QC8 or QC30s, QT or QC.
QC30. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's like this Omni that's, flat. Like
within a
Great
dB
Plains.
from, top to bottom, right?
Yeah, but you can hear it.
Noisy.
So it's great. It's really good on loud stuff. Takes high decibels well, really flat, but yeah.
I had that Earthworks Ethos. That was their like answer to an SM7. And that's still a really small diaphragm mic. And they did a really good job controlling the self-noise, but it was definitely noticeable. And my understanding is they're actually doing a redesign on that mic. I sent mine back in because I had an issue. And so they're doing some rework on it. But yeah, that's a really difficult thing to get is get that quiet. It takes a tremendous amount of refinement, I guess, in the electronics. I will have no problem recommending CC8s. If someone's like thinking of, because a lot of people have been liking the really inexpensive Audio-Technica 875R. And for just a little more than twice the price of that, this CC8 seems like a really good choice. And the thing is, a lot of people will bring a shotgun mic on the road because they think it will inherently pick up less ambient noise, but that's not always really the case with a shotgun.
It won't pick up less ambient noise, but it might pick up less room reflections because it's
going to pick up less reflections.
Point it where you want. Ambient noise tends to be, not totally, but it's a little bit more omnidirectional in the room. Obviously, if you point it right at the air conditioner or whatever, you're going to get
if you have a humming refrigerator,
goes everywhere.
It doesn't matter where you point the shotgun mic.
It's everywhere.
It's still going to hear the rumble. It's there going to. So it doesn't matter at the end of the day. And the other thing people have to remember is get close to your mic. You have the proximity effect to counteract maybe, but you get close to that mic. There's your signal, your mouth to the noise, everything else. You get close to the mic, you're going to improve that ratio. Yeah.
So
that's a really, really cheap way to counteract noisier environments and less than ideal acoustics. It just means that you as a voice actor have to be much more controlled. You have to be much more disciplined about the placement. As you get closer, obviously, movements in your face and your mouth all are more audible. So everything is a trade-off. Farther means more natural, but more noise. Or farther also means less. You can be a little more lazy in your placement. You can move around more, but you get closer.
And to explain why, if you're really close and you move an inch, that inch that you move sideways as a relation to the inch that you're away from the microphone is a 1-to-1 relationship.
Right.
Whereas if you're, if you're 2 feet away or a foot away and you move an inch, now that inch is only 1 foot or 1 inch compared to 12 inches relationship.
It's like a triangle, a long skinny
It's less
triangle.
of a difference. Right. It's less of a difference in placement.
The other thing to consider as well when people travel and they take a shotgun, as opposed to a pencil, the pencil has the diaphragm right on the end of the mic, where the shotgun is halfway down the tube.
Right.
Halfway, it's all the way at the bottom of the tube. It's like probably
the end of the slots.
Yeah, it's at the end of the slots.
So if you're talking about getting close proximity to try and counteract the noise of the room, it's more difficult with a shotgun because you can't get that close to the capsule.
It's tricky.
And if you do, you're on the side of it, and then you'll sound like poop.
Well, when I was a sound mixer, I remember the only location sound mic I had for a while was a shotgun mic, and I started learning that you don't always use a shotgun mic on a boom because if the ceiling is too low, you're getting the reflection off the ceiling, off the back of the mic, and then it actually picks up more room. And I was like, what? Mind blown, I don't get it. And then I would start seeing that they would have a hypercardioid, super, or even a cardioid mic, a much smaller mic on the end of the boom when they were doing interiors, And the other reason they would use those mics is you could afford to be a little less accurate with your aim. If you're on a shotgun, you got to be dead. You got to be really dead on your placement. Follow the script and hit every low spot, or they just sound off mic, And
then the other reason for the short shotguns is they don't get into the shot. Like a really long shotgun, sometimes you can't, you go up to the ceiling, you hit it, and you go too low, and you're in the shot, so you need a shorter mic. But they used to use figure eights. If you think about it, like figure eight rejects a lot on the side, and it's all about the energy. As you squeeze it in one direction, think of it like a balloon. If you squeeze it in one place, where's that energy going to go? It's going to pop out the back. And that's that kind of lobe that you're seeing with the hypercardioids and the figure eight.
That's what they're using before they came out with a good shotgun mic design.
What was that shotgun we looked at a couple of years ago? Remember, it was like a super shotgun. It was location mic thing. I can't remember.
Did it have multiple barrels?
Yeah, it had multiple barrels or something. Do you remember that? What was that?
Oh, wait a minute. Was that the one that, no. Wait, was it an array mic that had like a ton of capsules in it?
I don't remember.
It had an Ethernet jack on the back?
It was the DSP mic.
Maybe.
Yeah, it was the guys, they were from New Zealand or something.
Yeah, the guys from New Zealand.
I haven't heard anything of it in the last year.
It was really expensive. I think it was like $4,000.
Yeah, it was ridiculously expensive.
Yeah.
I was just trying to think. I can't find it now.
So the name's not ringing a bell. Either it didn't go to market or it's just, such a rarefied air that people would.
Well, there you go.
The market for it is small.
Sheps have a super CMIT digital shotgun microphone. There you go.
It's like $3,000, right?
Yeah. It's blue too. It's very sexy.
Isn't that the one that has, don't they have one that goes from a blue to a gray fade? It has like
this one's sort of like an ice blue sort of color.
Sheps has the blue one, yeah.
It's very nice.
It's so you can, feel extra important as a sound mixer on set.
Yeah,
pull out your blue Sheps.
Check this one out.
Yeah, because everyone knows.
Exactly. That's right.
It's so funny that like a 41.6, which is such a go-to microphone, is actually in the world of location sound is like, that's the Honda Civic.
Yeah, it is. It's the Civic.
Basic.
Not
the
basic.
I know.
It's
But it's old trusty though. That's the thing. Yeah. You know what you're going to get.
Other ones that we think of are like the Hyundais and the Kias.
Yeah. Right. You pull it out of the bag and you know what you're going to get. That's the nice thing.
I mean,
and then you pull out the Sheps and pull out the Merc.
There you go.
That's right.
Yeah.
They're going to keep those things around, for a long time. But you'll go to, that's what's kind of fun about going to used gear stores in Hollywood, like Location Sound. They'll have like a case full of 41.6s, and they've all just, fallen off the bottom of the rack. Like these guys, they keep upgrading, right? So now their spare mic is now the low end Sheps.
I've got to buy a new 416. My poor old girl has finally bitten the dust.
Is that right?
Where the connection, the XLR connection's gone all crackly and all that sort of stuff.
Did you tighten the screw on it yet?
Yeah, I've tried all that, and it's out of serviceability. When you ring them up and you go, "Can I send you this?" and they say, "Can you give me that number on the bottom?"
Yeah,
blah blah, and they sort of go, "Yeah, it's too old." It's like,
oh, really?
I'd like to find a 41.6 that is old enough to have like the flat side instead of the fully round one.
Yeah. Well,
I'm talking about.
Mine would be 25 years old, 2000.
Look at an MKH20. Look at the back of an MKH20, and it's got like the back of it is like a rectangle.
Oh, interesting.
And I think that there are 41.6s out there that are the same. If you get the right old vintage of 41.6.
That's weird.
I believe.
MKH20 is one of their mics?
Oh, I used one at school. That's another one. It's a cardioid.
Yeah.
Flat. It's like, Jesus, it looks like a scientific instrument. It's really expensive and you can't find them anymore. But it's in the MKH series and it's just like a cardioid. It'd be used in the same situation as a KM 180 fours it's
I think
crazy how flat
they still make an AK. They still have that series. The 20, 30, 40, 50.
The MKH20? Yeah, they're expensive though.
Yeah. We had Don
a lot more than
for a while. Yeah, they make it bi-directional.
I mean, think about it. 41.6 is $800, right? An MKH20, an MKH20 is how much? Like, it's a lot more, I think. MKH50. I can't find them. I find MKH50. Can I find an MKH20?
I don't know.
Photo.
But the 80 series seems to have taken over now. That's the latest tech from them. The 80, 40, 80, 50, 80, 60.
Yeah, the MKH20 says no longer available. The site address 80 series, was it the 8080 or the 80?
The MKH 8040 is $1,500.
There's one they have that's like $3,000. That's like full multi-pattern.
Yeah, that one's crazy. That's the 8080, I think. But the 8040 is their little pencil mic. It's really little, actually. It's super tiny. But, I mean, is that 5 times more better than a CC or 4 times better than a CC8?
No, you know how it goes. It's always like diminishing returns. Like,
yeah, exactly.
And it's also that, you stick a badge on it and people are happy to pay the premium for the badge. I know we were talking before about the 451s and the 84s.
Right.
I think you can get about at least 10 451s for one 84.
Oh, the 84s are insane. People want like $5,000 for a pair of 84s, and you can get a pair of 184s for $1,500.
It's crazy.
And it's like, and I've seen people do shootouts. And it's like, yep, there's a little bit more noise. Yes, it's a little bit smoother. And you're going to pay $3,000 more for that? Like, that's what EQs are for.
Right.
That's,
exactly.
That's what a little bit of placement tweak is. And also, honestly, it's like sometimes that extra little high end is nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just realized they still make, speaking of weird Sennheisers, that flat sides, they still make the 441.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Oh, they still make a and they came out with a new 421.
The 441U, dynamic super cardioid. This is a $1,200 dynamic microphone.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Oh yeah, it's the David Bowie mic.
Is it? Is that what he liked a lot?
You'd see, like, in the Ziggy Stardust days, I think you'd see David Bowie singing onto a 441. And
I think also Deborah Harry, Blondie, is that right? Video.
And I think also Stevie Nicks in that thing she does with Tom Petty, I believe.
Stop Dragging My Heart Around.
I think that might be too.
Jeez, it's got EQ switches, 5-position low frequency roll off.
I've used them. They're really nice, but they're a hypercardioid, so they have less use. It's one of the unique hypercardioid dynamics. That's a rare breed.
For sure.
Hypercardioid
they call it a super. I never really know what the exact differentiation is between hyper and super, but
tighter pattern, bigger lobe in the back.
Is super more than hyper? Well,
no, super is about 110 degrees, and I think hyper is about 105 degrees.
Oh,
I think that's how it
subtly
works.
Different.
I think that's roughly. Someone's going to obviously send us an email saying you're an idiot. But,
you know who you are. You're listening to us right now.
Yeah, yeah. But if I got it right, then I'm all of a sudden a genius, which I'm happy with too. Talking about the cost of mics, though, the CC8 is half the cost of an OC18.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, yes, it is. It's right. And it's remarkably good. I mean,
but to be fair, you don't get all the bells and whistles that come with an OC18, I suppose. Like,
you get most of them.
Yeah.
Well, an OC18 is cardioid only, right?
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
So it's the same. High pass.
18 versus the 818.
How much is the CC8 versus the 818? That's not like a quarter of the price.
Yeah,
or not quite a third.
Yeah, but I mean that's pretty obvious though. You've got no polar design here. You've got all the other stuff as well and all that sort of shit.
Right.
So
that would make sense. But the OC18, I'm surprised it's only got the one polar pattern. Is that right? I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the 18 is a super.
Huh.
It'd be interesting.
No, the 18 is a cardioid, not a super.
Sorry, cardioid.
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
I got the 16. I dragged the 16 out the other day. It's like, wow, it hurt my ears. It's so bright.
Wow. Noticeably brighter.
Yeah.
Huh? It's a little bit more crispy.
Wait, the 16, the headphones?
No, the OC16.
No, it's OC16. It's their entry level large diaphragm.
That's the not handmade in Austria.
It's
capsule,
the Chinese capsule.
I
large
believe.
diaphragm.
Well, the capsules are made in Austria, but the electronics, they're assembled in China.
I see.
Oh, so the capsule is also?
Capsule's the same,
Oh.
but it's the electronics, yeah.
So
there it
that's a
is.
lot brighter than the 18.
Yeah, it is. It's got a bit of a
It's
crispy
very,
top end, that's for sure.
it's almost, I wouldn't even say full 160. I kind of think it's even toppier than that. Would you think, George? I feel like it is.
I thought I had one.
I
can't
feel like
remember
at
now.
some
Maybe
point
I
we
have
had
got
a
one somewhere.
actually, I have a wave file here. It's called OC18, 18, 818.
Oh, there you
It's
go.
from
You got
December
one
of
of each.
2012.
I remember we did an episode where we shot all those out.
December 2012.
I was going to say, that's a,
Wow. That's a long time.
That's holy shit, really?
That's a long time ago.
I was a lot older then. Yes.
And
Maybe it's supposed to be
2022,
2022,
I would have thought.
and I've
Yeah.
actually
I'm
put the
sorry.
wrong
Did I say
date on it.
2012?
You did say 2012.
my brain is
I'm thinking we
scrambled
didn't
today,
even have a
guys.
show then.
We didn't have the
right.
internet back then.
2022. Yeah,
I'd be interested to hear that.
I don't have these marked. They just say marker. I don't have them labeled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll play them through. You guys can hear them real quick in context. Actually, here's even better. I'm going to grab when you use the. Let's see here. This is the.
And the Austrian Audio OC18.
So this whole beginning part's the 18. I'm sorry. That's the CC8. Then you go to the 18, right? So here's that.
Okay, this is just a quick experiment with the Austrian Audio CC8 and the Austrian Audio OC18. The CC8 is a small diaphragm pencil mic, and the OC18 is a large diaphragm condenser mic. This is the OC16 running through the Grace M101.
Now you can hear the top end lift.
Yeah.
It's quite significant.
Mm.
This is the OC18 running through the Grace M101. This is the OC818 running through the Grace M101.
Interesting.
Ah.
So, yeah, the 16. Now you get to really hear the 16 in context.
This is the OC16 running through the Grace
Listen to those S's
M101.
go crazy.
Yeah, you'd have to smooth out the up.
This
and
is the
top end.
Shep's. Yeah. How does it compare? Like,
This is the Shep's airline pilot microphone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For your
exactly.
favorite airline. You ever trying to figure out what to get your favorite airline pilot? They have everything. Get on this headset. They'd be like, what do I do with this?
This is the Shep's ice pick and microphone.
There you have it.
So other hypercardioid dynamics. The Shure Beta 57A.
Ah, the 57A. That's a mic I don't
Beta
know anybody has.
57A.
Beta
Yeah, the
57A.
The betas were hypercardioid.
They
instead
did
of
they
normal.
beta 58 too, didn't they?
Yes, they did, and that's also hyper.
But it's also
Yep.
dynamic, right?
Those are both dynamic. Yep.
And
The Beta 87 being condenser.
oh, right, that's the condenser. What a weird naming convention. Why do they have to call it an 87? I never understood that.
Just to fuck with Neumann. I don't know. Clearly came after the U87, so I don't know. Like,
you know how we
Yeah.
mic guys are. We can name mics simply by a 2-digit number usually, or a 3-digit number maybe.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, grab
True.
a 57, grab a 58. Grab this and that. But then it's
Yeah.
like, grab an 87. No. The SM87.
Yeah.
but I think if most
Yeah.
people said grab an 87, then it would matter. It's like if you, this is what you do. You go to someone, you say, give me, like an audio engineer, give me an 87. If they give you a Shure, they're a live engineer. If they give you a studio mic, then they're a
That's
studio
true.
engineer.
That's the ultimate insider
Yeah.
audio engineer nerd stuff. How do I know it? How do I know you're a live guy without having to
Yeah.
ask? Which
Right.
mic do you hand me?
Yeah.
I say, give me an 87.
Well, that was fun. Is it over?
The Pro Audio Suite, with thanks to TriBooth and Austrian Audio. Recorded using Source Connect. Edited by Andrew Peters and mixed by Robbo. Got your own audio issues? Just ask Robbo.com. With tech support from George the Tech Whittam. Don't forget to subscribe to the show and join in the conversation on our Facebook group. To leave a comment, suggest a topic, or just say g'day, drop us a note at our website, theproaudiosuite.com.